Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Montecasino Bird Gardens, Joburg's best kept secret. As a courtesy to other guests, we ask you to please remain seated. If you have a pram with you, kindly place it inside the seating area next to you. Please remember that the amphitheater is a public area, and for the comfort of those around you, please do not smoke during the show. A reminder, popcorn is not permitted inside the theater at any time. If you have a cellular device, please ensure that it's switched off now. Thank you. Now it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight of fantasy.
Welcome to the Montecasino Bird Gardens. The first bird joining us is all the way from North Africa. This is Chad, our northern or Abyssinian ground hornbill. As the name implies, they are ground-dwelling birds, travelling along on the tips of their toes, and they have been seen to travel 70 to 80 kilometers in one single day. These guys are also opportunistic eaters, eating absolutely anything they can possibly find. In the wild, this will also include snakes. I have a rubber snake here with me. Her name is Tundi, and hopefully Chad is going to demonstrate exactly what she would do if she saw a snake in the wild. Alright Chad, here's Tundi. She's basking in the sun. You sneak up on her, grab her by the head, shake vigorously. No, vigorous shake. Yes, like that. That severs the spinal cord of the snake, rendering it helpless, enabling her to swallow the snake without it biting her. One more time, Chad. Nice vigorous shake. Excellent job. You get your treat. I saved Tundi. That's Chad, our northern ground hornbill. Well, once again, welcome to the Montecasino Bird Gardens Flight of Fantasy Bird Show. My name is Ryan, and I will be the host for this afternoon's show.
Hi everybody, my name is Cara, and I'll be assisting Ryan with the show today.
Cool, thanks Cara. So we can carry on with the show?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. Well, you guys just saw one of the northern ground hornbills. Joining us on stage shortly is going to be a southern ground hornbill, all the way from right here in South Africa. Unfortunately though, their numbers are dropping at a rapid rate, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that once he joins us on stage. Here's our ambassador bird here for conservation, our southern ground hornbill, Eurasian.
Impi, Onansi Piazza, Oanebe, Machinja Mabubesi. Impi, Onansi Piazza.
Well, hello to Eurasian. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, you might notice the difference in coloration. Eurasian over here, well, he has a red pouch, whereas Chad, that you just saw, had a metallic blue pouch. He also has white primary feathers. Those white primary feathers are there as a defense mechanism. If he feels threatened by a predator, he'll make himself look a lot bigger than he actually is, and that will hopefully deter the predator. And like I said, these guys' numbers, they're dropping at a rapid rate. There is, in fact, under 1,500 of them left in the wild. The reason for that is due to habitat destruction. We go out into the natural environment, we destroy it to make way for houses, schools, pine forests, shopping centres, the list just goes on and on. We chase them out of their natural environment into residential areas. There they come into contact with humans. In South Africa, there are some cultures that believe that if you catch a southern ground hornbill, you tie a rock to its beak, and you throw it in a dry riverbed, there's going to be a lot of rain for the coming year. If you ask me, all that happens is our beautiful southern ground hornbill numbers just drop even lower and lower. You're coming to me now. You're supposed to be that side. Hi. Yes, I'm talking about you. You'll notice that he does run on the tips of his toes as he runs off to Cara over there. Yep, all the way to that barrel. Can you see it? Oh, we're going to go foraging. These guys are opportunistic eaters, looking for absolutely anything they can possibly find. How about you come all the way up this way, all the way to Cara, landing on the barrel. Excellent job. Eurasian, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, got to swallow that piece first. Thank you so much for joining us. Now it's our beautiful southern ground hornbill, Erica. Now it is really sad about their numbers dropping, but there is a bright side to Conservation Horizon, and that is in the form of the conservation projects, such as the Mabula Ground Hornbill Project. The Montecasino Bird Gardens is very proud to be a part of this project, and we hope to bring up the numbers of southern ground hornbills in the wild. If you guys would like to help out with that, we have 2 conservation fun boxes. One as you exit the amphitheatre just underneath the lamp, and one will be brought onto the stage after the show. Your small change can make a very big change in the lives of our southern ground hornbills. We'll be bringing some merchandise onto stage at the end of the show that we'll be selling. Anything that has a southern ground hornbill on, the profits, and I mean every single cent, goes directly into our conservation fund. So if you purchase one of these bracelets, they say free to walk, badges, caps, t-shirts, magnets, you'll definitely be helping our beautiful southern ground hornbills.
Awesome, thanks for that, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Do you mind if I do a pop quiz with the audience?
Do we have time?
There's always time for a pop quiz,
Okay.
Ryan. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're not in school, so if you know the answer, just shout it out. Who here knows what South Africa's national fish is? Anybody? Galyun, that's right, big boy. So we're going to get a Galyun to come out of that archway. He's going to jump in the pond. He's going to do a few backflips. I'm going to get a hula hoop.
Cara.
I'm going to see if we can get him through the hoop
Cara.
into the box. Yes, Ryan.
We're doing a bird show.
But the fish is cool.
And we only have birds.
I'm going to go return that fish.
Okay, we'll try that again. What is South Africa's national bird? No, it's not the hardy dog. It is indeed the blue crane. Well done. We have our very own blue crane right here at show, born here at the Montecasino Bird Gardens. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, South Africa's national bird, the blue crane, Dennis.
This car is automatic, systematic, hydromatic. Why, it's greased lightning! Greased lightning! Greased lightning! Greased lightning! Greased lightning! Greased lightning! I got chills!
Excellent job, Dennis. Well done. That was a really awesome call. That call that you heard him make is part of his courtship call. If a blue crane sees a potential partner, they'll make that call, open up their wings, bow their heads, jump up and down, hopefully to attract the attention of a potential partner. In Dennis's case, well, that would be a girlfriend, a female blue crane. Unfortunately though, Dennis over there, well, he's human imprinted. He does not think that he's a blue crane. He thinks he's a walking, talking human being just like all of us, and sometimes takes a liking to some of the audience members, and sometimes will do his courtship display. But we'll see if we can get through his routine. Alrighty Dennis, you want to come all the way down? You'll find the blue crane in South Africa's grasslands. They've adapted very well to staying there. As he walks, you'll notice when he lifts up his feet, he's doing it really slowly for you guys. He'll lift up his feet, pull his toes together, and this is so that the long strands of grass don't get stuck between his toes while he's running or walking. Walking through the long grass, there you go. One foot in front of the other, you've got this. Now, did you guys know that South Africa's national bird was on the critically endangered species list? There are below 7,000 individual birds left in the wild. Reason for this? Well, they would fly or run into game fences. They'd get tangled up, and as a result, they would die. Researchers, conservationists, they went out to game farmers. They asked them to please take down game fencing they were no longer using. Game farmers agreed, they made the difference, they pulled together, and I am very proud to let you guys know, South Africa's national bird is now successfully off the endangered species list. Yes, it's really, really impressive, and that definitely proves to you we can make that difference. Us as human beings, we are the only creatures on this earth that can do it, but we need to stick together to make that difference. Now those lovely long feathers trailing behind Dennis look like his tail feathers, but they're in fact connected to his wings, and they're used for those beautiful courtship dances. Cranes are known as the dancers of the bird world, and blue cranes have elaborate courtship dances, hopefully attracting a potential partner. There it is on the floor. Dennis, you have done an amazing job for joining us. Thank you so much. You are a national bird, and we really do appreciate you. Thank you for joining us, Dennis. You can exit stage right once you've finished chasing the pellets. Off you go. All the way. Okay. He's decided he's going to do the courtship dance. Alrighty, you want to go all the way through? Through the doorway on the right-hand side. Hello. Dennis, you with us? Hi. Yes, the doorway. The doorway on this side. You're going to go through the doorway. You ready? Yep, all the way through to Chantal. Can you see her? There you go. All the way through. You've done a great job. Thank you very much, Dennis. That's all blue grade. Dennis. Alrighty, well that was really, really cool. We're now going to stay in Southern Africa and we're going to now meet a raptor. Do you guys want to see a raptor? Yay! Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? You do? No? Well, it's definitely not a velociraptor. We have no dinosaurs here at our free flight at Bird Show, only birds and definitely not fish, Cara. But the next bird that's going to be joining us is a raptor or bird of prey. Now we have a couple of raptor flight paths. The first flight path is directly up to Cara over there. The next one is straight over you guys, heads on this side. Over here, on the side of the seating area on that side, and then directly in the middle. So if you're sitting in those areas, please remain seated. You're going to get an amazing look at this bird as she takes her flight. If you have a camera, get it ready because she is an absolutely stunning bird. Focus your attention to the right-hand side of the stage, just to that shelf sticking off the window. This is Xavier. Thank you very much for that, Xavier. Thanks, guys. Now, Xavier over there is a jackal buzzard. She gets her name from that jackal-like call that she makes. Right on cue, Xavier. Well done. And definitely not from hunting black-backed jackal, like a lot of people do think. She's also a female bird of prey. Now, being a female bird of prey, she is slightly larger than the male. The reason for this is so that she can protect herself as well as her young from any predators. She's also the only one that incubates the egg. The male plays no part in the incubation of the egg, so he's slightly smaller, more agile to be able to go out and hunt prey. He then brings it back to the nest to feed her and her chicks. So if you ask me, well, the male does all the work in that relationship. Right, ladies? We'll try that again. Right, gentlemen? Yeah, that's a lot better. Well done, Xavier. That was an awesome flight. Now, she's going to take another flight all the way back down to me. When she does fly, take a close look at her wings. You'll notice that they are quite wide or broad. Now, those broad or wide wings enable her to soar over the mountainous regions of Southern Africa. These guys are endemic to Southern Africa, means you find them nowhere else in the rest of the world. So we are very proud and very lucky to have Xavier here at Show. As she takes her last flight, or second last flight, all the way up to Cara over there, you'll notice that she's got leather straps dangling from her legs. Now those leather straps are called jessers. They are used in conjunction with our leather raptor gloves, just like Cara over there is holding, as to keep control of the bird. Xavier over here has just over 2.5 tons of breakpoint pressure behind each and every single one of her talons. To put it into plain simple English, she can crush a rabbit skull as simply as we can crush an empty paper cup in our bare hands. Now, it might sound really, really scary, and everyone's going, wow, that's crazy. But it's vital for her survival in the wild. She's a very large bird of prey, and she needs to prey upon large prey to be able to survive. So it's vital for her survival in the wild. Xavier, thank you so much, lady. You have done an amazing job. Get those cameras ready. Normally, this flight is really awesome. It's her last flight down onto stage. Xavier, are you ready? Oh, still eating. Nice juicy piece of fruit there. Fruit. Food. There. Definitely don't eat fruit. She's a bird of prey, only eating meat. Alrighty. Xavier, you've got a nice stinky piece over there. You want to take your flight all the way down over here? And she's thinking about it. Okay. Cleaning Cara's glove, making sure she doesn't have to do it this afternoon. Alrighty, Xavier, are you ready? You're going to take your flight? Still sticky piece of food waiting there for her. Are you ready? Alrighty, here we go. Looks like she's ready. You gonna take your flights? Nope, just thinking about it. Hello, Xavier. You with us? You're gonna take your flight all the way down onto stage. You've got it. There you go. Awesome flight. Well done, Xavier. Thank you very much for joining us. That is our proudly South African jackal buzzard, Xavier. And she has a lot to say this afternoon. Xavier, you want to jump onto the glove over there? You've got this, I know you can do this. She's still got a nice sticky piece of the tip of her beak that she's struggling with. I think she's got it now. Alrighty, Xavier, you want to jump onto the glove? Yep, it's the way you're going home. Definitely thinking about it today. Now here at our Free Flighted Bird Show, we always use positive reinforcement. We never force any of our birds to do something they do not want to do. Everything that the birds do on stage is natural behavior, and if they do the right behavior, we reward them with something they really like. Of course, if the bird does not want to do something, we're not going to force her, but we'll just prompt her in the right direction, getting her to focus on what she needs to do. Sometimes they do get a little bit distracted. Being a bird of prey like Xavier, there are many birds and different things around the bird gardens that we cannot control, so it does definitely take her out of what she's normally doing sometimes if she sees other birds. But right now, I think she just really likes you guys and she wants to stay on stage for the rest of the show. Unfortunately, you can't have that because she's a bird of prey and we can't bring any other birds onto stage while she's here. But she has done a great job. That's our beautiful Jackal buzzard, Xavier. Alrighty, I need two very brave. Wow, that was very fast. You had no idea what I was going to say there. Two very brave volunteers. Alrighty, young man, you had your hand up first with the yellow shirt. Thank you very much. You want to join me over here? And I'll tell you exactly what you have to do. What is your name? Hunter. Okay, right where you were, what you need to do is stand on the bench and stay there. I'll be with you shortly. Alrighty, this side. Put your hands down. When I say 3, and only 3, you raise your hand. The quickest hand first becomes a volunteer. Hands down. Here we go. 1, 2, 2.5. Hands down. 2 3/4. 3. Thank you, young lady. Well done. What is your name? Shayna. Okay, you're going to come and stand right over here for me on this bench. And you're going to wait for me. I will be with you shortly. Now, you guys have won this really awesome opportunity to wear this Montecasino Bird Gardens hat. Are you excited? You look ecstatic. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this side first of all the way to this side, and I'm going to explain to you how this is going to work. I'm going to place this hat on your head, just like that. You're going to focus your attention onto the stump. All you have to do is stand there and wait for the impact. I'm just kidding, there's no impact. The next bird joining us lands directly on the hat. This is Sheila.
Ryan,
Yes.
can we use Robin?
Robin's a Cape Vulture, Cara.
It's 9 kilograms, he looks like he can handle it.
9 Can you hold 9 kilograms?
You can, just tell him you can. You see,
We
Robin
need
got
Sheila.
out and I thought we'd just give him a chance.
Robin got out.
Yeah.
Cara, you said everything was ready. I don't think this is going to
Robin,
work.
you're going to go that way. No, wait, Robin. Robin, nicely. Robin, play nice. Nice, Robin.
Okay, sorry about this. Cara, is everything okay?
Yeah, Ryan. Sheila's on her way.
Great, yeah. Maybe smaller is definitely better in this case. Yeah. 9 kilograms. Interesting. This is Sheila. There she is. Thank you for joining us, lady. Now, it might look like she's flying straight to your face, but don't worry, she pulls up at the last second, landing on the hat. Excellent job, Sheila. Well done. That was an awesome flight, lady. Now, Sheila over there is a laughing kookaburra. Cara, any idea why they're called laughing kookaburras?
Ryan, they make a really loud cackling noise.
They do, waking everybody up.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much like our honey dogs wake us all up in the morning. Thank you, Sheila. You did a great job. Well done. Thank you very much, young man. I'll grab that hat from you. You can take a seat. Give him a big round of applause. Doing a great job. Alrighty, Sheila. Here is your next victim. Volunteer. Alrighty, Sheila, are you ready? I think we're ready. You're going to land on the hat this time, right? On the hat. Always landing on the hat. Professional birds here. Here we go. Great job, Sheila. Well done. Now, being a laughing kookaburra, she comes from Australia. They're also known as the Bushman's alarm clock because of those wonderful loud cackling sounds that they make, obviously waking everybody up. Thank you very much, Sheila. You have done an amazing job for joining us. All you have to do now is fly down to stage 2, Cara. Yeah, you use your wings like a bird. Yeah, all the way down to Cara. You've got this. There you go. That's Sheila. And of course, a big round of applause to our 2 brave volunteers. Thank you so much. Definitely could not do it without you guys. Sheila, you know which way to go? Yep, same way you came on stage. That's it, that's Sheila, our laughing Kookaburra. Okay, this is awesome. Okay, I'm just going to put this down, and then I'll be with you guys. Alright,
Yes, Ryan.
what are you doing?
I'm decorating the stage.
Decorating.
Yeah, I've seen this all over the place. It's the latest trend. I'm sure you guys have all noticed.
There are tin cans.
But they're pretty.
Yes, but it's classified as litter.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring the very
Oh, where
thing
are
I
you
see
going?
with it all the time.
Cara.
Does this help you?
Yes, that does. It is actually going to help you because you're going to sort that problem out so we can actually carry on with the show.
Ryan, it's
All right.
really hot, so I'm just going to get somebody else to come and sort this out.
Really hot. Cara, you can't just leave
No,
the
don't
stuff on
worry,
the
Ryan,
stage.
it's
We've
gonna
got
be
birds coming. Give me 2 seconds. Backstage, can we have somebody come out and sort out the litter problem? We can't bring birds onto stage while we've got a litter problem. Oh, hello, Merlin. You probably shouldn't be on stage right now. We have litter. Do not touch it. It's going to get stuck on your feet. Don't touch it. Wow. I am very, very impressed. I did not realize you could do that. Now, Merlin over there is a black crow. He has the average intelligence of a 2 to 5-year-old child. Now, did he throw the tin cans in the ground? No, Cara did, but he knows exactly what to do with it. Merlin, I am very, very impressed. It takes you 1 second to pick up a tin can and recycle it, but it takes a tin can 200 years to recycle itself. Well, seeing as though you're almost done, Merlin, you've got one more to go. You want to do that for us? Well done. I am very, very impressed. In fact, I think I've got some treats here for you. Yeah, I'm very impressed. You get lots of treats for this. Well done. Excellent job. Very, very impressive, Merlin. Thank you very much for joining us. You know which way to go? Same way you came. There you go. That's Merlin. Oh, Black Crow.
He's fantastic, isn't he, Ryan?
Yes, he is definitely amazing. Thanks, Cara. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go all the way to Europe and Asia, and we're going to meet a very, very large bird. In fact, she is arguably the largest of her species. Now, she comes out during the night time. Anybody know what I'm talking about? An owl, well done. And owls are crepuscular. Sounds like a really large word, and a lot of people might not be able to pronounce it, but crepuscular means they come out during dawn and dusk. And the reason why they come out during that time is because that's when their prey items come out. And of course their prey items being rodents, such as rats and mice, and sometimes even insects as well. Now, the next bird is arguably the largest species of owl in the world. So I'd like everybody to please focus their attention up to the bell tower, to the archway that's facing stage, where Chad, our northern ground hornbill, came from. This is our beautiful Eurasian eagle owl, Elf.
But you need to come and take your flight all the way down here. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that she's bobbing her head left to right and up to down. And the reason for that is because they have binocular vision, just like us. So Alf is planning her flight path all the way to me.
Cara?
Yes, Ryan.
You know what I noticed? I can hardly see her.
Yeah, you know what, Ryan? She has a mottled coloration, and she uses that for camouflage purposes. And it is very, very effective. They're also ambush hunters, Ryan. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
So that means that they'll sit and wait for their prey to come to them.
Aha! So that explains it. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your wings and fly all the way up to Elf and give her her treat.
Well, you know what, Ryan? My wings haven't had a service in quite some time, so I don't think they're going to work.
Okay, fine. So she's definitely got to fly down.
She's got to take
Okay,
that
I'm sure she
flight.
can do this. Elf, all you got to do is open up your wings, lunge yourself forward, and let nature take over. Or not. Okay.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, when Alf does join us, you'll notice that she has very large eyes. Those eyes take up 2/3 of her skull cavity, which leaves very little space for a brain. The other reason that their eyes are so large is because they're cylindrical and not round, so they're fixed in her skull. This is why owls turn their heads 270 degrees round. This is assisted by 14 neck vertebrae, unlike us, who only have 7. Alf, are you going to take your flight all the way down to me?
Cara,
Yes, Ryan.
I can see her ears sticking up at the top of her head.
Ryan, those are not ears. Those are called ear tufts. Now, she uses those in conjunction with the mottled coloration for camouflage purposes. When she's feeling threatened, she'll pop those up, straight up, breaks the roundness of her face, and it makes her disappear. Well, thank you for finally joining us there, Alfie. Ladies and gentlemen, Alf is going to take a flight over the top of your head all the way to Ryan on the other side. I want you to listen very, very carefully because owls have silent flight. Okay, Alfie, you ready to take your flight all the way down to Ryan over there?
Alrighty, Elfie, I'm standing all the way this side. By the way, she flies really, really low, but don't bother ducking because she just flies even lower. Alrighty, Elf, you ready? I'm standing all the way on the opposite side. Here we go. Well done, Alf. That was awesome. Did you guys hear any flapping sounds from her wings? Absolutely nothing. I'm so glad you said no. A lot of people say yes, they heard something. They are definitely hearing things. Owls are silent flies. Helps them, like Cara said, to approach their prey in absolute silence. Their prey items are definitely rodents, such as rats and mice. And how many of you sitting here today have rats and mice running around your homes? Raise your hands. Yeah, a few people. Well, what do we do to solve that problem? We go out to the shops and we buy rodent poison. We put it down and it solves the problem. Gets rid of those rats and mice and it creates another problem. The other problem is owls fly down. They eat those poisoned rodents. They then die from secondary poisoning. So here at the Montecasino Bird Gardens, we do not suggest that you use poisons. We rather suggest you attract owls into your garden. You can do this by either planting indigenous trees, mounting owl boxes, and hopefully a pair of owls become a nest in your garden. You really want that to happen because research has proven that a pair of owls can catch and kill up to 3,000 rodents in one single year, proving that they are really awesome. That is our beautiful Eurasian eagle owl, Elf.
You know what, Ryan?
What?
I really had no idea that owls are this important for our environment.
You didn't?
No.
Well, not just owls, it's birds of prey in general. They are amazing at pest control.
Well, you know, now that you mention it here, it shows we don't only have owls, but we have other raptor species too. And I haven't seen any rats or mice.
Yep, not even squirrels.
Yeah, the dussies have been taken care of by Xavier even.
Xavier is really awesome at that. Yep, definitely no rats, no mice, absolutely nothing. You guys are right. Birds of prey, they're number 1. Yeah. They're getting really excited.
Yeah, I love it when people get excited about going green, Ryan.
I know. It's awesome. Yeah, they're all smiling. Why are they laughing? Did I say something funny?
I think you might have said something funny, but I think I heard somebody saying cats.
Cats?
Cats.
Oh, you know what? You guys can use cats as pest control. They're really good because they eat rats. But Cara, what else do they eat?
Birds.
Birds. It's a bird show, guys. We can't use cats. We use birds of prey. They're really good at what they do.
Yeah. You'd have a problem with the cat here, right?
All right.
Yes, Ryan.
I'm worried.
I'm also a little bit concerned. Do you think maybe let's just turn around? I don't know what my...
I don't know. You know what? It was a really bad problem. They were running all over the place. Over ledges, in between people's feet, absolutely everywhere.
Well, you know what, Ryan?
What?
We actually don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh, we don't?
No, that problem's behind us.
Excellent.
So we can carry on the show then.
Great. Alrighty. Well, we're now going to meet the star of the show. You guys want to see the star of the show? Yay! That doesn't sound like you want to meet the star. You guys want to meet the star? That's a lot better. He's waddling himself all the way from Lake St. Lucia in KwaZulu-Natal. This is our heavyweight champion and star of our show, our great white waddling pelican, Oliver.
Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
Well done, Ollie. That was really cool. Now, a lot of people see Oliver do that ski and they go, that was an awesome trick you taught your pelican. It's not a trick. It's natural behavior. These very large wetland birds use those big red feet not only to swim, but to ski down onto large bodies of water. They dip their bill into the water, scoop up as much fish as possible into their pouch, sift down the water, and swallow the fish immediately. You ready, Ollie? Here we go. Well done, Oliver. Now I'm going to prove to you guys that he doesn't store any food when I throw him this piece of food. He's going to go all the way down on his haunches, all the way down. There you go, open up that pouch for us, and where does the food go? Straight down his throat, stomach. Oh, we're running. Does not stay there for very long. They don't only eat fish, even though they use their pouch as a fishing net. They'll eat absolutely anything. They are scavengers of the ocean. Crustaceans such as crabs, fruit right out of the trees. They've even been seen to catch seagulls mid-air, drown them and eat them as well. Here at Show, though, we don't have any crabs running around anymore. We also don't have fruit trees that bear any more fruits. And seagulls? Well, I haven't seen them in ages. So Oliver tries to eat our shoes, pouches, gloves, other birds' food, trainers backstage. Yes, if trainers stand still for too long, Oliver tries to eat them. The problem with that is they get stuck halfway. And we've got to pull them out by their feet and they smell like fish for about 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not pretty. But he is the star of the show. Could you guys say no to that pelican face? No, I didn't think so. Ollie, you have done an amazing job for joining us. Thank you so much. That's our star, Oliver. Unfortunately, with Oliver, we have now reached the end of our show. Oh, did you guys enjoy the show, though? Thank you very much. I'm glad. I hope that you learned something about birds that you did not know before. I'd like to leave you with this last thought. You know, I once heard it said that we did not inherit this earth from our parents. What we are doing is we're simply borrowing it from our children. It is vitally important that we protect it as best we can, from the smallest ant to the largest elephant. Even pelicans, they are all vitally important to our survival as well as every other creature's survival on this planet. And how we can help out with that? Well, being part of a conservation project, just like our Mabula Ground Hornbill project. Don't forget about the conservation box as you exit. One will be brought onto the stage after the show. You can also help out by reusing and recycling your waste at home. We will be bringing a table onto stage shortly with some items. Any items, yet again, if they have a Southern Ground Hornbill on, the proceeds, and I mean every single cent, goes directly to our Southern Ground Hornbills when you purchase that item. And also, if you bring the kids down onto stage, they can have a photo taken with an owl, which will be joining us on stage. There she is. That's Cleo, our Cape Eagle owl. Very similar to the Eurasian eagle owl that you saw earlier, just slightly smaller and common right here in South Africa, Western and Eastern Cape. You can have your photo taken with the owl for 45 Rand. Cara will hold it in front of you. We'll take the photo with our own camera, print it, you can then collect it from the ticket office where you pay to come in. It takes around about 30 to 40 minutes to print those photos. If you're feeling very brave, you can have your photo taken with our beautiful albino Burmese python with Chris over there. Those photos also cost 45 Rand. She weighs approximately 20 kilograms, so if you'd like to have your photo taken with her, you need to be able to hold her. For the little ones, if they want to have their photo taken with the snake, please, an adult needs to be with them in that photo. If you are scared of snakes, please not have your photo taken with the snake. Not only is it very stressful on the snake, but it's also stressful on yourself as well. Rather have your photo taken with our beautiful Cape Eagle owl, Cleo, over there. We'll also be bringing onto stage a guest book. It's there next to the painting of the peacock. If you have anything to say about our show, any comments, please write them down. It's so nice to hear from our audience. It really does help us, and we read them every single day. And of course, I did not do this show by myself. We have an amazing team working here at Show. On second mic, helping me on stage and backstage is Cara. Ensuring that birds are safely on stage and safely off stage, we had John and Chantal. And what would a show be like without our awesome DJ, Mandla?
And let's not forget the host of our show, Ryan.
Thank you very much, guys. We hope you have a wonderful day here at the Montecasino Bird Gardens, and we hope to see every single one of you back here Sunday soon. It was nice to see you all. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us on our flight of fantasy. As you exit the theatre, we ask that you go all the way to the end of your row and exit via the stairs. For your safety, we ask that you do not walk on the benches to exit. Again, please go all the way to the end of your row and use the stairs to exit. For your safety, please do not walk on the benches. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day here at the Montecasino Bird Gardens.
The very next bird I'm going to introduce you to is very new to show. So she's still in her training process, so she might sit down a few times in the show, but no need to worry, she will eventually take flight again. She's going to be joining us from Africa, and she's part of the family of the fastest animal on the planet, the Pelican Falcon. She is, of course, our Lanner Falcon, and she'll be joining us at the top of the staircase over there with Jean. You'll notice she has a leather hood on her head, and that is because she's an avian hunter. We put that hood on her head so she doesn't go flying around for any pigeons. I'm not going to talk while she flies. I want you guys to really enjoy her. This is our Lanner Falcon, Ayala. And that was our beautiful Lanner Falcon, Ayala. That was absolutely incredible.